to Moca's Nola bells and bows, where the love runs deep, the fam stay strong, and the bells, they always ring for us. We the bells and we hold it down, yeah. Real ones only, we don't mess around. All love, no cap, no clout to chase, just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, Moca got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role, just show a real and you already home. Yeah. Pull up to the bells and bows like a Sunday seed. Got peace in the room and the vibe on beat. No drama, no mess, just minds that meet. Introduce yourself in the chat and the mods gon' greet. Real talk, we got brothers and sisters here. Ain't no fake love, every heart sincere. We've been through storms, but the skies stay clear. Loyalty live, that's the chant you hear. Woo! No chaos in the comment section, just bells with a bond and a bold connection. Safe space, strong face, deep reflection. Mocha, don't fold, that's pure protection. If you ever felt unheard, misunderstood, pull up in the chat, we treat you good. Ain't gotta be loud, just gotta be true. Mocha got the light and we shine with you. Not a panel of pain, it's a platform of pride. Everybody got space and we don't divide. You loyal, you love, that's how we ride. Got a bell and a bow in the name, but a tribe world. From the mods to the lurkers and folks on rewatch. Every tap, every like, we feel it alive. Mocha ain't just a name, it's a vibe you caught. No la bell, no la boast, that's a family, not a thought. Bring it loud, we the bells and we hold it down. Yeah, we do. Real ones only, we don't mess around. Real talk, love, no cap, no clout to chase. Just truth in the chat and respect in the space. It's family, Mocha got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role to show a real and you already home. Mocha said that to every bell in the space. Whether you typing, watching, or just vibing, you are this family. And over here, we don't fold, we ring. Ooh, welcome to Moca's Nola bells and bows.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And welcome back to round 2. Baby, it's been a tricky Tuesday. Absolutely a terrific one, as a matter of fact. But nonetheless, we're here, and I'm so happy to see each and every one of you that pulled up on the porch tonight. Baby, grab your seats, get comfortable. Grab your snacks, because we have a discussion. You all saw the title, and you all saw the thumbnail. Tonight, we're going to talk about For Our Man. He was ours. We fought over who would have him on what particular day. Yet we ignored Naziyah. Now we know the people are watching. And they want to know, where is Naziyah? And here we are, 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days in. These people kept Naziyah hidden. And today, they're still lying. I need y'all to sit with me tonight, because something about all of this just ain't right. 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. Actually, 2 years, 2 months, and 6 days today. We're asking the same question. The same question we're asking, and that is, where is Naziyah? Jerry, thank you so very much, my love, for supporting the channel. Your support is greatly, greatly appreciated, boo. Great reporting and commentary is appreciated. and happy belated birthday. Jerry, thank you so much, my love. Much respect and always appreciated. But here we are, guys. Here we are. Now, I don't know about y'all, but at some point, ain't nothing more to be confused about. Absolutely. Because everything that's done and everything that's being done is calculated. It is definitely a choice. A choice that they made, and they made it long before it was revealed to the public. So we're a day late and a dollar short responding to what they've already had scripted. We're a day late and a dollar short. But neither here nor there. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the chat tonight. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Moca, and baby, Moca don't sugarcoat nothing. Nothing. But if you're new here, welcome, baby. Make sure you've tapped that like button, gave me a thumbs up. And if you all could be so kind, make sure you double tap those emojis to the right. Let YouTube know that your girl is live. And we could get some more friends and cousins and brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts to the chat. Because we got some things to talk about. The channel speaks truth. We are a voice for those that don't have one. And if you appreciate what happens here on this porch, feel free to support the channel by any means. Rather sharing the live, supporting the work with a super chat, super sticker, or even a cash app. It keeps Moca doing what Moca does. Now we're going to get off into this, guys. Because time, too much time has passed. And we still have no answers. But we're going to move along with what they think they want us to move along with. Nah, we don't do all of that. 2 years, 2 months, 6 days. Nah. It's not like that's a short amount of time. That's not, we still trying to figure it out. That's not enough time for the answers that we're needing. So how are we still here? How are we still piecing things together? Nah, shit just ain't right, y'all. And I don't need nobody to come in here tonight telling me maybe they didn't know. I call it bullshit because at some point, when you pretend to not know, that leads us where we are to them not saying a damn thing. Because at this point, Naziyah deserves justice. And I'm not saying she deserves justice because of her demise, because Moca don't believe there is such a thing. Y'all saw what I said in that title. They kept her hidden. And they're still lying. And I stand on that. I stand on that. Because if it was all that they want us to believe, why are there no emotions? Why are there no public pleas and public cries? Why do you sit in that courtroom and stare Jarvis Butts down as if y'all are sitting on a next tiny ass porch having coffee? No, this shit is too scripted and too calculated. All the information is controlled. Everything is controlled. The silence is even controlled. The narrative is controlled. The information that they put out there has been controlled. And Mocha don't like that. Because one thing we have to know, when things are controlled like that, damn it, it's controlled for a reason. And we're going to sit here, know the bells and bows, and we're going to put our thoughts on what those reasons may be. Because in Mocha's opinion, this is not confusion. If you all feel something don't sit right, we're going to start this off real early. If you all feel that something just don't sit right and the way things have been unfolding since the sentencing. Now, we know shit has been raggedy since the day she reported that child as a runaway. But if you all believe since that sentencing day on last Thursday, if you all believe it was all a shit show and it was previously scripted, I need y'all to drop some hundreds in this chat. Drop some fire in this chat, because this is where we are. This is where we are. Simone, I see you, baby. Welcome, welcome, Marty. Welcome, my love. Tony, I see you, boo. My sister Rashina, I see you up in here. Simone said, I just need an understanding. Simone says, I see y'all lightening up this chat. Let's go. Simone said, I just need an understanding. I didn't know how. How do they send Jarvis Butts to a temporary place for 45 days? Simone, we can stop it right there, sister. We're going to walk through these comments in this chat. Mocha ain't even got to give no commentary. We're going to take what you all say and we're going to dissect it one at a time, because this is who we are and this is what we do. Simone says, I need an understanding, Mocha. How the hell they send Jarvis to a temporary place for 45 days? Mocha, you called it all. I'm guessing he will disappear after this. What the fuck is really going on? Simone, baby. Hello. Hey. Simone. 45 days. Now, I need you all know the bells and bows, because you all are a very, very, very intelligent crowd. And I love it because y'all rock with me and I rock with y'all the long way. Let's talk about those 45 days. Let's talk about them 45 days, because I've never heard of such. I've never heard of such. How do you leave the county jail to go hang out somewhere for 45 more days? And you hanging out somewhere for 45 more days, and then they want us to believe that you're going to be transitioned to prison. If you all are as confused as I think you shouldn't be, because we saw this long before it even happening. Before this shit is even being put out in the atmosphere, we already knew it. We already knew it. 45 days. What do you all honestly believe those 45 days are all about? Because for 45 days, they could have left Jarvis Butts sitting in a county. Woo, child. 45 days. 45 days. So in 45 days, Jigga gonna disappear. In 45 days, Jarvista is gonna skate on through the system. In 45 days. Jigga is gonna be on the next flight smoking with a turban on his head. But we're slow. There's no reason that they could possibly give you, me, or anybody else as to how, unless somebody in here can make me understand that there's a different protocol in Michigan that allows such a thing. I'm not buying this bullshit. You're going to take me out. And listen, the most critical part in all of this is you moved him out of county only 4 days. 4 days after sentencing. That's a red flag all in itself. Because from what I saw in black and white and on paper, Jarvis Butts checked into his new motel. He checked into his new motel Sunday morning at 4:45 a.m. They moved him in the wee hours of the morning. And again, I'm going to ask the same question that I asked earlier. Did Detroit get an Uber for Jarvis? Did Frank call an Uber to transport his boy? We got to make it make sense. 45 days. 45 days. No way. My girl Samantha, I see you, boo. Samantha says he's probably already disappeared. Absolutely. Simone said he's in the Charles Center in Michigan for now. Dr. J, I see you, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Melissa, welcome, baby. Boo Banger, welcome to the chat, my love. Dr. JD, I see you, girl. I see you. Boo Banger says something ain't right. Something just ain't right. Something is foul. It stinks. Somebody please explain how this mess gets moved to his finally jail that quick. I'm confused. I don't know. Something is going on. Boo Banger. It's going on. It's going on. CM, thank you, my love, for being a member to the NOLA Bells for 10 months, baby. Listen, guys. Big Mama, I see you, boo. Sharon says, Mocha, the question is, why did Shannon cut up like she had bail money? She cut up for a reason. And if you don't know, Shannon was part of the distraction team. What you all don't know, everybody has a part to play or had a part to play in everything that we've seen unfold from day one. And the unfortunate part is, everybody played their part. And they played their part using that child's name, lying on that child's name, and having no remorse about it. And this is why we are where we are today. Because I'm going to continue to say, they've never given us nothing solid. They have not given us anything concrete saying that there's no Naziyah. So how can we actually go along with what they're putting down? That's not how Moca operates. I've always told you all, I do not investigate what they throw out there. I dig for the shit that they don't throw out there. Shannon had a reason for not wanting to testify or even give an impact statement to the man that she loves so much. I love him. Y'all saw my thumbnail. For our man. For our man, somebody chose a side, y'all. Loyalty versus protection. For our man. Y'all heard that? That wasn't accidental. That's not no slip of the tongue. That was a decision between both Shannon and Annette. They chose their man. And sold their blood. Because when you say you don't understand for my man, when you say that, it's either you picking a side, you standing behind somebody, or you saying this is who matters the most. And in Shannon and Annette's situation, I don't know if you see it like Moca sees it, but Jarvis mattered the most. Jarvis is who mattered. Jarvis is what mattered. And they showed the world that Jarvis was who mattered. And I heard somebody in the chat earlier say to me, well, Moca, maybe they were just loyal. I had to look sideways, not to be disrespectful, cruel, or mean. Loyal? Loyal to who? And at what damn cost? Because if you standing for him, then who did you stand against? Who did you stand against? And I'll wait. I'll wait, because Naziyah didn't stand a chance. Y'all threw her to the woods and you thought nothing about it. Absolutely nothing about it. Shauna, I see you, my love. Wendy, welcome to the chat, baby. Shakora, welcome, welcome, welcome. Pretty Wings, I see you, baby. I see you. Your comments aren't being erased, Pretty Wings. I see them all, boo. Now, unless YouTube is holding something. Portia, welcome, boo. Welcome. Sunshine, welcome, my love. No nonsense. I see you. I see you. Kenyatta, welcome, boo. Hey, Nissa, welcome. Beautiful soul, my girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cynthia Harmon, welcome to the chat. My girl Tony is here. Samantha, yes, I saw the email before I logged on. I'll get back with you. Hey, Miss Jackson, what's going on? She said, I'm working, but I'm in the chat. All right, girl. Okay, Nissa is truly a troll because Nissa, I'm not worried about your dog. Happy birthday to your dog. Whatever your dog had for dinner, I ain't worried about all of that because my conversation tonight is Shannon, Jarvis, Annette, and the mailman. No disrespect to your dog. You may love your dog, but tonight is a troll-free zone. I appreciate the membership, but we ain't gonna talk about a dog. Ariane, welcome, my love. Ariane said, Mocha is wild in these streets. Absolutely, girl. Absolutely. They gave us something to talk about. Tiffany, welcome, baby. Marty says he was anybody. He was anybody. PDF in that clan. But he didn't put a ring on none of them. Shannon, you paid for the one he did put a ring on. Ain't that crazy, Marty? Ain't that crazy? Anastasia, welcome to the chat, my love. Felicia, welcome, welcome. I love you more. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you so very much. My girl Natasha is here. Tony, thank you for being that good old member for over a month. Thank you, Kimberly Earls. I see you, my love. I'm going to get through these comments before I get on with my commentary. Bernice, welcome to the chat, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My girl Essie, I see you. I see you. My beautiful sister PJ is up in here. My sister Deidre, welcome, welcome, welcome. But Jarvis Butts, we want to know why you get special treatment. April, I see you, sister. We want to know why you get special treatment, Jarvis Butts. Why are you moved? Levesque, I see you. Happy Tuesday, my love. Why does Jarvis Butts get the treatment that he gets, y'all? Is it because the script that was pre-written had to be played out in real time? They got everybody on board. They got everybody on board. And when I say they got everybody on board, they made sure they had their I's dotted and their T's crossed. And it went as far. Kim, I see you. Kenyetta Marie, I see you, sister. It went as far as taking it to the sentencing. The judge is just as guilty as the prosecution. The judge is just as guilty as Jarvis Butts. The judge is as guilty as Annette, because the judge had the final say so in all of this. My sister Charlotte's Webb, I see you, boo. Everybody played a part. Anonymous, I see you. Everybody played a part, and they played it well. And it's unfortunate that it took them 2 years to come up with this nonsense. Word on the street is Annette supposedly, for my man, supposedly has Naziyah's remains. One thing Moca's going to say, they could feed that shit to the wolves. Because that, I don't believe. I don't believe. Detroit is crooked. Detroit is dirty. Detroit then sent somebody else's remains to a family claiming that that was their deceased daughter. Detroit must forget I didn't forget that story. Detroit sent the remains of another young lady to her family in another state, claiming that child was deceased, only for them to find her many years later being pimped, being drugged, right there in the good old city of Detroit. So Detroit, you can miss me with that. Please miss me with that. And I don't know what insurance company that Annette is dealing with, but Annette is not collecting no insurance benefits. I saw that in the chat as well. If you know insurance like Mocha know insurance, a policy has to mature. I don't know when she got the insurance on Naziyah, but you would have to give that insurance company just a little bit more. Just a little bit more for them to understand and believe and accept that Naziyah is no longer here. The game y'all playing is really nasty, people. Real nasty. And I'm going to say it over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. Naziyah is hitting I don't give a. It matters a difference what anybody else thinks, say, do, or feel. Naziyah is hidden. Bernice, thank you so very much for supporting the channel, my love. If Naziyah was truly gone, it would have not taken this long. It would have not taken this long. For them to come up with what they're feeding us. Ida, welcome to the chat, my love. Bubanga said his baby is not even my kin. And it bothers you, Bubanga, just like it bothers each and every one of us. Bernice says something is very damn fishy. Absolutely, Bernice. And it's playing out in real time. And we got to make sense of it. Absolutely, Kim, he should have stayed in county jail. Look at what Natasha says. They done moved Jarvis Butts in the wee hours of the morning. They done got his ass a Uber out of county jail. They done took him to a little facility. And you mean to tell me you done brought Jarvis Butts to a facility beyond county jail where he has to sit his ass there for 45 days? Make it make sense. So, Chad, I'm going to ask you all, right? What are those 45 days of him sitting his ass there for? What is going to happen at the place that he is in 45 days that could not be accomplished at the county? Did not tell you all. By the time this trial, well, the trial didn't happen, but did not tell you all long before this day came. Jigga Jigga would have had a passport. Jigga Jigga would have had a new identity. I said it. And unfortunately, I didn't want it to be correct. But unfortunately, it's happening. Just like Moca called it. And where he is now for those 45 days. They're buying time to get everything lined up. And he's going to walk. May not be today. May not be tomorrow. But he's going to walk. Too many people are involved. And I'm going to reiterate this over and over and over again. Shannon and Annette played the largest part in all of this. And they were down for the cause. They were down for the cause from day one. And it's sad because ain't no amount of money should have allowed this. And whatever money they accepted to make this shit go down the way it's going down. See, right now the money done ran out. And that was not a mistake. When Annette sit on that stand and said, because Naziyah is no longer here, I'm financially hurting. That wasn't a mistake that she said. Annette did not want it to come out the way it came out. Annette did not want to say what she said. That was God. made her say it so she could expose the real her. That was Naziyah pulling on her tongue. Tell the truth, bitch. Tell them why you're so miserable, depressed, and hurt right now. I'm no longer laying on my back, generating funds for you. This child was a gravy train to a net. Shannon knew her role. Shannon knew. That's why Shannon gave all these off the wall stories for these last 2 years. First, it started off with Shannon and the little, whatever the little neighbor friend was that was on Mark D podcast, throwing their weight around. Y'all can't prove Naziyah's not here. That's what she kept saying. We ain't had nothing to do with it. That's what she kept saying. Then she goes in that crumpled ass kitchen with Roxy. This is what you want, wasn't it? Then she turns around and have that same conversation with Cash. Nobody could prove that Naziyah is deceased because there's no body. That's what Shannon said. Then Marcus turns right around and tell the landlord, Naziyah is not deceased. Thank you so very much, Dr. JD. Where is Naziyah? Absolutely. They know exactly where she is. And we have to be honest with ourselves and call it for what it is. They told the story without telling the story. They confirmed for us without spilling it. Naziyah is still here. Cynthia Harmon said 45 days is kind of sketchy to me, Mocha. I'm so lost. Me too. Chandra, I see you, boo. Pretty Wings, my girl says. Jarvis is taking a plea deal on just about all his cases. The only case I don't know about is his case in North Carolina for SA. Listen. Jarvis' attorney says in court, we're going to accept all these charges, but we're not accepting a redrum charge. Do y'all think that was an accident? Kim, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Do y'all think that was an accident? This man saying they're going to accept all the charges, but not the redrum. They didn't accept the redrum for a reason. Jarvis wasn't ready to bow down. Jarvis was not ready to be the fall guy, at least not verbally accept it. But then, along the way, behind the scenes, the Enterprise cornered Jarvis Butts. Wendy, thank you for supporting the channel, boo. The Enterprise cornered Jarvis Butts. And the Enterprise told him, look here, Jigga Jigga. You already know what time it is. Now, in order for you not to implicate me, him, her, us, this is what we're going to promise you. We're going to promise you a life where you could go on and live long as you don't implicate us. I've always said, When that plea deal came out the way it came out, you had to give something in order to get something. Jarvis Butts did not want to stay in prison the rest of his life. And he knew what he was facing. Kim Worthy knew what the outcome could have possibly been had she been exposed or her hand had been revealed in all of the dirty work. So what do they do? What do they do, baby? They offer him a deal that he cannot refuse. You have to give something in order to get something. I'ma save y'all ass, but y'all gotta give me something. I told you all Jarvis was playing chess ever since he got locked up. We never heard Jarvis ever implicate nobody. We never heard Jarvis ever tell on nobody. He was being strategic. He was buying his time and weighing his options. And he played with the enterprise until they put something on the table that sit there and made him very comfortable. And that's why we are where we are right in this moment. Be true, I see you, boo. Where's Naziyah? That's all I want to know. Thank you so very much for that compliment, boo. Miss Moca, I love your channel and how you keep it real. You're one of a kind. Thank you so very much. Be true. I love and I respect that. And baby, that's very much received. Erica Raid, I see you, my love. Simone said his ass should have never left that county jail. That's how we look at it, Simone. But Simone, that's not how they operate. You done sent a goddamn Uber to the county jail at 4:45 in the morning to take Jarvis to his next motel. He done burned up them 3 hots in a cot in the county. So now he's going to live his best life for the next 45 days, they want us to believe. Those 45 days is what's on paper. And I told you everything that they got on paper is what they want us to believe. But you have to use the common sense that God gave you. This is crazy to me. Kenyatta said, it's possible because my baby daddy was sentenced to redrum 30 years. He was also moved from county to a temporary prison. Then after that, they moved him to a permanent prison. But I don't know about Jarvis Butts. I don't know his reason. The temporary shit is what got me. What's the reason for going to a temporary prison? It's either I'm going to take you from here and bring you there. I'm trying to understand, and maybe chat, y'all could help me because I've never heard of such. Marty says, 45 days, paperwork prep for witness, protection, but he didn't say a word. And he got 42 days to appeal. But he took a plea deal, yet they're not supposed to be able to appeal because he didn't want a jury trial. He can appeal, Marty. Not appeal the sentence because he already pled guilty to it. He can't appeal the sentence. He pled guilty to it. I mean, he can't appeal the charges, but the sentence he can't appeal. But there's no need for it at this point because he's out of here. He is out of here. My girl Deidre said, and he will continue to do his duties. And that's what he does best. Absolutely. He's going to start a new life someplace else. This shit don't make no sense. Bubanga said, oh, he there for 45 days. That's going before. Or maybe he's there for an evaluation. They should have evaluated his ass then. He had 2 years. But I believe something bigger might be in the wash. Jarvis' ass is getting saved. Listen to me. I may be wrong. They're moving Jarvis out the way. I believe what's happening in all of this. Jarvis was working with people that them 2 clowns, Shannon and Annette, and Marcus knows nothing about. These people work hard behind the scenes to protect and save their own. And they're going to protect and save Jarvis Butts. The question becomes, who's going to protect and save Shannon, Annette, and Marquita? Because now Jarvis Butts is being conveniently put away to a destination unknown. We don't need Jarvis Butts at the county while we are making room at the county for Shannon, Annette, and Marquita. We don't need his ass sitting at the county while we're making room for them. The so-say brother that works there can't intimidate Jarvis. Can't do shit to Jarvis. He's no longer there. Now he's got to figure out how he's going to work it out with his mama and his sisters sitting there. Because I believe that's the next step. Because again, like I said, you got to give up something in order to get something. Simone, I love you too, girl. Kamisha, I see you. Kamisha said, so Mocha, when the 45 days up, where he's going? To Turkey? Girl. Listen. Kamisha got me tickled. Kamisha says, so when the 45 days are up, where is Jarvis going? Is he going to Turkey? Iran? Iraq? Colombia? What the fuck is really going on? Kamisha, I'm with you. I'm telling you, he gonna have, listen, Jigga Jigga gonna have a turban on. Jigga Jigga getting up out of here. I don't give a shit what they say. Y'all think Frank showing up in that courtroom was an accident? That wasn't an accident. Jarvis Butts told those people he threw Naziyah in the Rouge River. He knew them even attempting to find her there was impossible. And I don't believe Jarvis Butts told those people he threw her in the Rouge River. That was Kim Worthy. Jarvis didn't say that shit. They had to give the people something, though. They know that finding her in that Rouge River is impossible. Everywhere they say that child's body is, that's not where she is. And it's not a body. She is somewhere living up. Look at Platt. I see you, sis. Welcome. She's somewhere. She's somewhere. Frank knows all about it. Again, like I said, Frank stepped in that courtroom to make a statement. I'm watching all you motherfuckers. And y'all better be the fuck quiet. Because y'all all know what time it is. Annette, you open up your raggedy goddamn mouth, bitch, and don't, if you attempt to say the wrong thing, you gonna be homeless. If you attempt to say the wrong thing, your goose is cooked. So before she could say anything decent about her granddaughter. She broke down crying, faker than a motherfucker, because she didn't know what to say. She saw Frank and it shook the shit out of her. What do I do now? Frank held up to his part of the deal and he came to court. She didn't know what to say. Shannon had a role to play. Shannon had to do what she had to do. And everybody missing the point. This is crazy to me. Cynthia Harmon says she didn't want to testify against her baby daddy because she still wanted him. And I think she's protecting him. Hell yeah, she is. Hell yeah, she is. Kenyatta is the secrets, baby. Absolutely. How do they hold these type of secrets with this missing child? How do they do it? Jarvis Butts ain't worried about no visitors where he is. Not when you're being well taken care of behind the scenes. Do Jarvis Butts look like somebody that's hurting? I want an answer. Does he look like somebody that's hurting? Jarvis Butts walked in court looking better than some of these motherfuckers walking the street. Jarvis Butts is fat. He's healthy. Jarvis Butts had a fresh haircut. Jarvis Butts' complexion and got lighter. He's learning to read. Y'all think Jarvis Butts is bothered? No, he ain't worried about nothing. Hey, Tiffany, welcome, baby. Shanier, I see you, babe. Jarvis already looking like an old man in his new jail picture. Nah. The only thing that shook Jarvis to the core is that he had not seen his daughter in 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. That's what shook him to his core. Jarvis ain't crazy. Dr. JD, and that's just how they operate. My man, my man, my man. That's what the big head twins are saying. Netta, netta. Netta, netta hollering, my money, my money, my money. But can't fix your lip to say where Naziyah is. It was a hell of a distraction. Greta, I see you, baby. They didn't like Naziyah, and it showed. Tiffany says, I love sitting on this porch. Baby, pull up a chair, grab your wine. Because we have real conversations here. Hey, Steffi Jean, welcome, boo. Welcome. Shalonda said something, and someone definitely stinks. Because if you have the body and the location, why hold on to where she was found? Also, did they mention in court they had the body? Shalonda, let's go there. Never in court was it said that they had a body. Let's start there, right? But here we hear it on YouTube in these nasty streets that they have Annette, Shannon, Marquita, they knew where Naziyah's body was, and they have the remains. The remains of what? If that is to be true, I need y'all to stop calling me Mocha and call me Jack Spratt. Because God damn it, these people ain't got no remains of this child. Absolutely. Kenyatta says they need to put them all in the same jail. In the same jail cell. Jigga Jigga, Shan, Netta, and Marcus. All of them done been together. Yes, Lord. Guys, you all are here. And I appreciate it so very much. You could be so gracious and so kind to hit the like button and tap those emojis for your girl. I would greatly appreciate it. Absolutely, Tiffany. This movie is far from over, sis. Cornell, I see you. They played their part, but the movie is far from over. Anonymous Angel said the organization is being protected big time. Big time. And it shows. How could you be so filthy, dirty, and disgusting? And do that to your own blood? If she could do that to Naziyah, y'all, that's somebody you don't ever want to be around. Ever. Kamisha said that's what they're saying. They got a body. And Annette asked for it not to be disclosed to the media because she was being attacked on social media and they come into her house. Okay, let me get off of this. Ain't nobody going to fucking Annette's house. Nobody going to Annette's house. So what they gonna listen? What they gonna go to Annette's house do and take whatever remains corpse of the body of? Listen, we gotta make this shit make sense. Who going to Annette's house and for what? If they didn't go to Annette's house in 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days, why the hell would they want to go to Annette's house now? Essie say, Mocha, I just want to know why so much hate on this baby? What did she do so bad for this type of behavior to be inflicted on her? Essie, I can help you out, baby, to the best of my ability. It had absolutely nothing to do with Naziyah. That's number one. It has everything to do with who the hell Annette is. Let's go there. The very same thing that happened to Naziyah happened to her mother. The outcome was just a little different. The very same path that Naziyah crossed in Annette's home, her mother did as well. The only difference between Naziyah and her mother, Naziyah, in my opinion, was not as headstrong as her mother, in a sense. Her mother walked away, never looked back. Naziyah's mother walked away from her abuser. She did not have emotional ties to the man that was doing to her what was happening to her in Annette's home. Her mother didn't have emotional ties to Annette's husband as he did her dirty. The difference is, Jigga Jigga had been doing this shit to this baby since she was a baby. And along with that dumb shit came emotional attachment. That baby was groomed and primed to believe she was in love. Jigga Jigga gave her something that Netta could never, and that was attention. Although she didn't understand life, she felt special with Jigga Jigga, as sick as it sounds. So who do you blame for that? You blame Netta. You blame Shannon. You blame Marquita. And they hated this baby for it. Because as she grew up and grew older, she started answering their asses back. She started being rebellious. She started calling them out and telling them about themselves. And then when Netta started demanding that she go run and turn more tricks, Naziyah became rebellious. Bitch, I ain't turning another trick. See, it was really serious. It hadn't got out of hand. Naziyah was tired. When Naziyah posted that video with her and Annette's brother in that motel, I don't give a shit what nobody says. Naziyah was telling a story. Naziyah wanted to be rescued in that moment. Nobody was paying attention. And who knows? Once Naziyah released that video, put it out there in mainstream social media world, who knows if that was not the moment when shit went left for her in that house? Who knows? We got to think about it. That child was tired. She was weary, and damn it, she was worn. But yet, after the fact, family members want to come out here and say, Shannon and Jarvis drove Naziyah to motels to be with men. How the hell could you fix your mouth and say such a thing? How do you fix your mouth to say such a thing? Because if you saying it after the fact, bitch, you knew it before the fact. So you could shut up. Because you too, Roxy, could have saved Naziyah if you knew that Shannon and Jarvis was driving Naziyah to a motel to be with a man. We're going to call it for what it is. So they hated Naziyah. Because Naziyah started being vocal. Naziyah started being present. Naziyah was like, oh no, bitches, not today. Not today. And that's why Annette was sick and tired and of being sick and tired with Naziyah. Let's call it for what the hell it is. Naziyah ain't the first person that went missing on her watch. But the ones prior to Naziyah went missing to never be heard of nor from again. Naziyah is a different breed. Naziyah brought heat with her. She brought attention with her. And you know what, Annette? Naziyah said, not on my watch, monster. And what you fail to realize, Naziyah had a whole army behind her. People that you don't know. People Naziyah never knew. But your time was up, Annette. Enough was enough. You had to be brought to the front of the class. You done ruined too many lives, and you done got away with it for too damn long. This ain't nothing Mocha's making up. This is stuff that your own family, Annette, has put out here in the social media world. They didn't want to go against you, Annette, because they were scared for their own safety. They didn't want to turn you in, Annette, because they said you made members disappear out of your family. Naziyah took that chance. So that's why, Essie, that's why so much hate for this baby. She wasn't them. Kim said Annette is the reason why Naziyah is not here. Absolutely. I can't see her getting anything, and she won't. Look at what Anonymous Angel just said. Naziyah is most likely in Texas or at that church. Absolutely, Anonymous. Absolutely, Evangelist said she's so far, yet so close. Hold on to that, y'all. Hey, Mariah, welcome, boo. Welcome. Anonymous says, nah, I don't believe she at one of them girlfriends' house. Big Mama says, my father passed in December. I purchased his policy in September. It's under 2 years. So the insurance company contested it. I most likely won't get anything. See, and that's the thing with insurance companies. That's the thing with insurance companies. But Annette thinks she's slick. I've done it before. I got away with it. And this one ain't no difference. And like I said, I asked y'all night before last and last night. Absolutely, Dr. JD. Call Big Perm so we could have a conversation. Maybe he could tell us at this moment exactly where Naziyah is. Gloria, welcome to the chat, my love. Sunshine says, Jigga Jigga is on his way to Dubai. This math definitely ain't mathing, y'all. Tiffany said that shit happened in record time. That's crazy work, Tiffany. You understand what I'm saying? You got to make sense of this. Shit just don't happen this fast for no reason. Illegal papers, new locations, anonymous. Hey, Spicy, welcome, boo. Miss Jackson said that's called the fish tank. A new inmate. Greta said they're protecting him more than justice for Naziyah. Make this make a whole lot of sense. Hey. Jennifer said they call it processing here in Mississippi. They do the same thing. Wow. I've never heard of such. I've never heard of such. Hey, Cheryl, welcome. Welcome. Gloria, thank you for supporting the channel, my love. Thank you so very much. And I'm going to tell you how I can say I never heard of such. I know personally somebody right here in Louisiana, unalived, their spouse, in the middle of the night, got sentenced to, well, they said in the county, said in the jail for almost 3 years before it went to trial. He didn't take no plea deal. It went to trial. The trial lasted weeks. Upon his sentencing, and I think the court had mercy on his children, which is what saved his life. Children got up there and did their statements or whatever, because Louisiana definitely has the death penalty. He was spared from the death penalty. They gave him life in prison without the possibility of parole. But as he sat in the local jail after sentencing, he sat there, y'all, for about 6 months before he was transferred to Angola. And that's why I find this very, very strange that 4 days after sentencing, Jigga Jigga is moved. Something ain't right. Something definitely ain't right, y'all. They can't tell us where's Naziyah. Boo Banga say, I don't know what that's about. But here's an example. Someone got arrested last December out of Allentown. They moved him around 7 months or so. CSI Camp Hill. He sat there almost 9 months. Then they just moved him. Anonymous. The Most High ain't finished with him yet. My girl PJ says, Mocha, these low down dirty six motherfuckers is about to falsify some documents for a net to cash that policy. And you know what, PJ says? Let me tell you. I don't doubt what you're saying. And I'm going to tell you why I don't doubt what you're saying in regards to that policy. They falsified everything else. Everything has been scripted. Everything has been adjusted according to their narrative to fit the story that they've created. So if they've gone through those great lengths, y'all, what makes you, me, or anybody else believe, think, or feel they won't falsify paperwork like PJ is saying in regards to the insurance policy? I believe that. Thank you for saying that, sis. I believe that. Ubanga says Shannon can't be trusted because she know damn well where Naziyah is. Not only Shannon. Turtleneck, humpback, Netta knows. Marcus knows. It's them three. Them three. Marcus knows. Donatello, who is a net, knows. Barney on Ozempic, who is Shannon, knows. Knows. A whole damn shit show. And they think they can make me believe because they wrote on paper 2059 is a possible release date. No. That's the earliest release date. He's going to be long gone by then. Hey, Venetia, welcome, boo. Kenyatta, you hear me? My girl says, you three heifers go get Naziyah right now and bring her here. Bring her here. Hey, Mary Spinks, welcome, my love. Portia said when it's all said and done, all of them will be sorry for what happened to Naziyah. They're going to be sorry in the worst way. The worst way. Boo Banger, Boomerang on Ozempic, boo. That's Shannon. That's crazy. Leanne, I see you, baby. This is insane. Tony, you said Jarvis was taking notes. Huh. Dr. JD said Mocha just maybe. Mocha's so far behind in these comments. Just maybe they didn't want him there when they bring in the co-conspirators. Absolutely. Absolutely. The reason is in our face. He took one for the team. Absolutely, Anonymous. He's not doing any time. They're sending him to possibly another country. Bubanga said it's true. It's called to have people go from jail to jail to jail. I don't know why. But that third jail will definitely be his final jail. He'll never make it to the third one. Natalie, I see you, baby. Welcome. Tiffany, you better believe about the bounce. Anonymous says it's out the family hands now. But the family may be sacrificed and put in jail. Anonymous, let me tell you something. In life, we cannot do dirty and don't expect dirt to come back to us. We cannot. You cannot do injustices, and especially to children, and not expect it to come back to us. God is definitely not pleased. And for them to sit their ass there and see what's going on with this baby, know what's going on with this baby, and to hold that secret that long, to hold that secret that long and still not be straightforward. It ain't over. It ain't over. And whatever they get, they deserve it all. Naziyah is undressing them, y'all. One by one. She's undressing them. Anonymous said Frank is the house cleaner. This whole thing is bigger. Absolutely. I've been saying that from day one. The enterprise is enterprising. Y'all think Frank walked in that courtroom just because? Huh. Tudor said, Tudor, hey, baby. Tudor, I ain't addressing that shit. I'm going to tell you why. Tudor said, Mocha, can we talk about how the medium's been lying? Saying how Annette has her head. Girl, you know what? Wait a minute. Where my cigarettes? Where my lighter? Because that right there, I ain't touching that. The mediums, nah. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Because the only thing I could say about that, if they know what they claim to know, we would all have our hands and eyes on Naziyah. And I'm going to leave it right there. I ain't touching that shit. But if everything that they say is true, as they want us to believe, in this very moment, our hands and eyes will be on Naziyah. And I'm going to leave it right there. Don't y'all know that's the trick of the devil? Don't y'all know that's the trick of the devil? It's an illusion that you're buying into. But Mocha ain't touching that. Let me move on to do what I know how to do. Let me move on to what I know how to do. That part, I ain't touching that shit. Venetia said Frank was there to make sure Jarvis, Annette, nor Shannon said a damn thing about the organization implementing him. Else all the secrets will come out on them. Venetia, that part. That part. He stood there to make sure they didn't do or say nothing that will pull the veil off of all those that's involved. I have a question, chat, and I need y'all to help me. Y'all remember Kim Worthy did this all call for all the SA victims. Y'all remember JoJo? What happened to JoJo's testimony? What happened to JoJo's testimony? Wasn't she supposedly the first victim of Jarvis Butts? What happened to her victim impact statement? Her appearance in court? I'm just asking. Because something really ain't sitting right. Damn, Boo Banger said I was getting sick from all the waves in Jarvis' hair. He's living good. Tammy, I see you, my love. Felice. She said weren't much of the CSC cases charge dropped? What if he can prove he didn't unalive her? What will his sentence be then? If he appeals. If he appeals. Big Mama, she said they contacted her. She also said, Big Mama, she also said that Detroit contacted her. She went sit in a local precinct where she's from, and the interview was done there, and the two jurisdictions got together and took her statement. So what happened with that? What happened with that? That was dismissed like everything else? I wish I knew her side. I wish I knew her side. Damn, Portia. Portia said that turban would go with his mask. But Portia, in his new temporary 45-day housing, he has no mask, girl. He has no mask. Patrima, welcome. She should be in hell. But for now, we'll wait because this heifer worshipped money. No, Jarvis ain't no mental facility, Colonel. No. Dr. JD said, why did Marcus say she hated JB? What did she lose? She didn't know she was going to say she hated him. She went along with the script that was written for her. How the hell you hate the very man you laid down with? How the hell you hate the very man that impregnated you? How the hell do you hate the very man that has run in and out of y'all house for over a decade? You didn't hate him then. And that word hate was just for show. Ooh, child. And they're absolutely still lying. They're absolutely still lying. This is crazy to me. Everybody played a part. Bubanga said you could see them videos. Naziyah was just being a kid. Never gave me fast vibes. They were all very jealous. Star, I see you, niece. They were all very jealous of her. And you know, that's the sad part, Bubanga. Shannon came out here and called that child fast. What made her fast, Shannon? Because everything she was, everything that Naziyah turned out to be, y'all taught it to her. Y'all taught it to her. So how could she be fast? Hey, Jaded Shades. Jaded Shades says corruption worthless. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big Mama said, haven't heard about her testimony. I thought she said she was getting the runaround. Oh, no, I answered that. JoJo was not in court, baby. Absolutely, Dr. JD. Her statement got to be with the other witnesses. PJ said, you're right, Mocha. JoJo sure did say it. Hey, Lisa, welcome, my love. Hope all is well. And it's good to see you in the chat. I know you've been going through it. You just laid your brother to rest, and I have truly been praying for you. Good to see you, boo. Marty says, poor JoJo, she's another one that didn't get justice. Marty, it was all a script. Thank you, Boo Banga. Have a good evening, my love. Look at Dr. JD. I believe you, boo. Dr. JD said it must have read those statements for a Happy Meal in an Uber. Something ain't right, Dr. JD. Sunshine, I could believe that too. I could believe that too. I do believe something came across the table for most of them. Because when he initially started this, there were supposedly 80 plus witnesses. 80 plus witnesses. So what happened? Because that plea deal, accepting the plea deal, should have not changed the amount of witnesses that had something to say. So you mean to tell me you started off with 80 some witnesses and all you got was 5 other charges put on this man? A circus. A circus. So where are the witnesses? Where are the witnesses? Y'all sit there and y'all ignored Naziyah for years. Y'all knew what was happening in that house. Y'all allowed it to happen in that house. Y'all were too busy getting y'all self-satisfied. So y'all chose to ignore. She wasn't overlooked by accident. She wasn't missed. She was damn ignored. And that was a choice y'all made. Because y'all wanted men in your life. Nasty, dirty, diseased men in your lives. Y'all wanted to party, drink. While these children were being harmed. This shit should make everybody mad. Because Naziyah should have been a priority. Annette, you took Naziyah in your home at the age of 2. You wanted to secure that baby's presence in your home so much that you even took the time and went to court to get legal custody of her. You even turned around and went to court and put the mama in the so say daddy on child support. But yet she wasn't a priority. Yet she wasn't a focus. Yet nobody stood up for her. And along the way, she got lost in the system. Because Annette, you couldn't let go your nasty ways. You grew up being played with, tampered with by your brother, by your uncle, by your daddy, by your cousins. You grew up with that, Annette. You brought your nasty ass out here and you raised your children to grow up in that same nastiness. You were granted foster children and you trained them to be the very same way. When they wouldn't comply, let's shake the room. Shame the devil, Annette. When these children wouldn't comply, they came up missing, never to be found or mentioned of again. Moca ain't making this shit up. Your niece told it to me. Now here we have Naziyah. Here we have Naziyah. Same damn situation. Naziyah lived a social media life. Instagram, TikTok, happy as a motherfucker, dancing, laughing, enjoying life. But did the point really come when she too was tired? She got tired. So now, does she fall in the category of she disappears too, never to be heard of, never to be found? Is that why, Annette? Is that why you didn't want to do the press conference? Is that why you were threatened? Because the nightmares. Because your old life was coming back to haunt you. Because you know you done been down that road before. You done seen this same storyline before. It just was never made visible to the public. The same woman that handed you all those foster children should bear the same fucking responsibility with you. Because how the hell do I give you a foster child? And I'm going to guide you on how to label these motherfuckers as a runaway. And that way, out of sight, out of mind, if nobody looks for them, we have nothing to worry about. But God said different when it came to Naziyah. Y'all tried that same bullshit ass game with Naziyah, report her as a runaway. But a higher being stepped in. Enough was enough. Enough was enough. So when we say lock them up, you lock up Annette up. But you got to lock Kim Worthy up first. Because she gave these foster children to Annette. She knew these children came up missing and didn't do a goddamn thing about it. Instead, she kept feeding children to Annette. You have to tell the truth and shame the devil. Enough is enough. All these children want is to be loved. Naziyah mama didn't give two damns about her. I don't give a damn if Naziyah mama had to take her and they was living in one room. And they slept in that room, they shit in that room, they ate in that room. They were together. So I have no sympathy for Naziyah's birth mother. None. We can't blame all of this shit on Jarvis Butts. Jarvis Butts had access because they gave him access. These were the type of men that Annette was comfortable around her and her children. All her life, Annette had these type of men in and out of her home. And when Jarvis Butts met that family, he was in paid. He was in hog heaven. He hadn't hit the jackpot. They were two of the same kind. Two of the same kind. He was comfortable with them. They were comfortable with him. And what kind of mother? What kind of mother? You got Jarvis Butts, an old ass man, sleeping with Shannon and Marquita. He slept with Marquita first, got her pregnant. Marquita decided she didn't like him no more. So Annette, you picked him up. Let me find out why my daughter didn't like him. Let me try this nastiness out. So you played with him. So you tested the waters. And then you passed him on to Shannon. Meanwhile, both of them jughead girls were minors, just like Naziyah. And that was acceptable for you. Annette, you can't cry. You can't shed a tear because Annette, karma is tearing your ass alive. You have no tears to shed. And this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. You thought you walked out of that court, hunched over, looking like the hunchback of Notre Dame. You will have many, many more uncomfortable days and nights for what you've done to these children. The people have been watching. The people have been watching since the very beginning. And y'all's silence remained very loud. Very, very loud. Chat, do y'all think at this point everybody's beginning to catch on? If y'all think everybody's beginning to catch on to the bullshit at this point, drop some eyes in the chat. Cynthia Harmon says Frank probably know where Naziyah is. I believe he got her somewhere. Hold on to that. We wouldn't be going through this shit if Mole Face and Sasquatch twins didn't allow him around the kids. They were desperate to have a damn man with good hair and light skin. And ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I believe that's Shannon's Ozipic. I see the eyes. I see the eyes. I believe all that weight that bobblehead girl is losing. I believe that's her ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Miss Jackson, isn't that strange? Isn't that strange, Mrs. Jackson? The platform telling a story. And then all of a sudden, I have absolutely nothing to say. All of a sudden, my story ain't important. All of a sudden, I just vanish. What were you paid? What did it take for you to be quiet? Because Miss Jackson, I do believe an exchange was made. I do believe that, Miss Jackson. Dr. JD says, I don't think Nana had that much life insurance on all them babies. Amount for a 13-year-old generally ranges between 50 and 500,000. Those standard policies are usually 5 to 50. Nana didn't run such a tight ship. Not only did Nana not run a tight ship, Nana couldn't keep a dime in her pocket. Which is why Naziyah made Nana say, I'm financially incapable of maintaining, because Naziyah is no longer here. So Nana, right about now, is staying afloat. Can't afford to pay a life insurance policy. So I don't know where the theory comes in about the life insurance policy. I really don't. And I'm not going to say it's not true, but something tells me there was no life insurance policy. Something tells me there's no life insurance policy. John Knight, I see you, boo. John, you're speaking our language. It is what it is. And we see it plain as day, John. Look at what John says, y'all. John says, freeze a bird. That's why Frank was present. Hello? Stevie Wonder could have seen that while wearing Ray Charles eyeglasses. That's why Frank was present. Everything leads back to one major question, and that is, where the hell is Naziyah? Hey, Denise, welcome, my love. Denise said this is all in God's plan. They're all going to pay. Denise, absolutely, sweetheart. Absolutely. There's a price for everything under the sun. Blue Banger, like I said, Jarvis and Frank were cellmates. Well, I don't know if they were really cellmates, but they met in jail. And you know what Jarvis' charges were every time he went to jail. Frank had those same charges. The difference between Frank and Jarvis is that Frank had a little money. Jarvis was just a poor ass little boy running the streets, want to be somebody, and got caught up with Frank. And Frank groomed him to be just the hell who he is today. CJ, I see you, boo. At the end of the day, rather it be Naziyah Janiyah, Brooklyn, even the little boys in that house, right? They none deserve to go through what Annette, Shannon, Marquita, as grown as women, allow these children to endure. Detroit ain't shit. The courts ain't shit. The justice system ain't shit. If they don't see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture leads us all back to Annette being the problem. Frank intimidates the justice system. Frank is the muscle, him and his goons, that goes through Detroit with the scare tactics, which has the justice system shaking at their knees. But the orders come from somebody higher than Frank. Frank is only enforcing the orders that he gets, and they know it. Ms. Jackson said if Merv was paying child support and he passed away, Annette possibly could be getting checks until Naziyah is declared unalive. A court is needed to discontinue papers, at least in Vegas. I know it is. Ms. Jackson, that makes sense. And you're right. Merv was paying child support. Annette was receiving monthly benefits for Naziyah. So that could be why she's in a financial strain. John says Frank sat in that courtroom and looked like you better not say nothing. John, he made his presence known. John, not only did he make his presence known, but he made them all shut the fuck up. Even, look, he even made the prosecution shut up. Because they were going too far. They were doing too much. He went there to make a statement, and he made a statement. He made a statement. They want us to accept what they're putting down, John, but we're not. Nothing has been resolved. Nothing has been resolved. Chat, help me out. What do you believe? In all of this, what do y'all believe is really being hidden? I'll wait. We're going to talk about that. What do y'all believe has been hidden, is being hidden, other than Naziyah? Because she's truly being hidden. Welcome, Wanda. PJ said that's fraud. So Annette should have been arrested for fraud. Absolutely, he shut it down. Annette got so many charges hanging off that clumpy ass wig right now to where she should have been under the jail. Everything Annette touch, everything Annette looks at, everything Annette does has been illegal, and nobody never challenged that shit. Annette should have been under the jail a long time ago, and I don't understand how this Holden slid and skated as long as she has. I asked the question, what do y'all believe is being hidden? My sister Rashina says, the whole enterprise is being hidden. Absolutely. That enterprise is being hidden, sis. But right now, in real time, we're able to see some of the players that's hidden within that enterprise. Tanya, I see you, baby. That enterprise is being hidden for sure. And what I don't understand, although Jarvis took that plea deal, why did the judge, this raggedy motherfucker here, why could he not take that moment and steer it in a whole new direction? I told y'all, they took Judge Seabury off the case for a reason, because she was going to crack their code. And Kim Worthy knew it. She knew it. That judge, I don't care if it would have took 15 more days. If he was fair, honorable, decent, he would have allowed some of those statements to be made public. If he was the right judge, a decent judge, an honorable judge, he would have made Jarvis Butts pull that goddamn mask off and openly admit in court what he supposedly said on paper about where Naziyah remains or the body supposedly is. That wasn't done because there was no truth to it. Dr. JD said the church is losing money as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. John says Frank was the one that orchestrated this whole plan in court, made all of them show out the way they did. Oh, yes, most definitely. We called it. Bubanga said, this is how you know the whole family is fucked up. Because have you heard of family justice or street justice? Because baby Naziyah is missing still. So the fucking Naziyah missing, everybody else will come up missing. Bubanga, Bubanga, Bubanga. SSA don't matter. Everything is open to God. Everything will soon be exposed someday. Dr. JD said, when was the last daddy-daughter dance at the church? That part, Dr. JD. I don't believe they had another daddy-daughter dance at that church, Dr. JD, since we exposed that church. That church is losing money. Moca and Nola Bells exposed the church. So they have no more babies for sale. And what's sad about that is nobody took the initiative to have that church investigated, to have that church looked into. But nothing would have happened, though, even if that was the case, because that church is part of the enterprise. Cynthia Harmon said, I believe it's all behind the fact that he's a child trafficker and why all of a sudden he is at the damn trial. As Cynthia Harmon, that's what Frank is trying to protect. He don't want it to come out. PJ, I'm with you. Clark Kent don't give two fucks. Marty says Judge Sabri couldn't be bought. She called out the liars right up front, Annette and Shannon. They should have been held that day for perjury and contempt. Absolutely. Absolutely, Marty. Absolutely. Cornell says, when I saw that little girl in that wig at the church, I damn near dropped my phone. This shit is real. At this point, real damn unbelievable. It's a shame. It's a damn shame that in 2026, these are the behaviors that we're dealing with. Annette, you acting like a cave fucking woman. Nobody lives like this. What makes you think in your right mind, bitch, that you can go on through life doing the shit that you're doing with these goddamn children and you're gonna get away with it? That shit played out when your goddamn mama was doing the shit she was doing to you. But yet, you want to take this goddamn raggedy, nasty ass mentality into this century. But you did it one time too many. One time too many. And this is where the buck stops. And Shannon, or Ozempic Barney, stop defending your mama nasty ass behavior. Stop it. She trained you, I'm sure she has. Every child has a love for their mother. But then when you start you start defending that type of behavior, that tells me everything I need to know about your ass too, Barney, on Ozempic. You're just like your mama. You're just like your mama. You saw what was happening to Naziyah, Shannon, because Naziyah was living with you since she was 2 years old. And you were allowing this shit. To you is all fun and games. Anything to keep your man, my man, my man, my man. You sacrificed your niece first. And then you, a low self-esteem having ass, sacrificed your own damn daughter. For my man, my man, my man. And I don't give a shit what nobody says and how much you try to lie and defend it. You knew what was going on. You knew what was going on, Shannon. You knew so much. To whereas you were in competition with your own niece. You were in competition with your own daughter for a nasty ass man who didn't even want you. So then you took to writing messages, sending text messages to the man that you wanted so badly that didn't want you. A man who saw more in a 11, 12, 13-year-old than he ever saw in you as a grown-ass, bad-shaped baby naked bitch. You had absolutely nothing Jarvis Butts wanted other than sitting your ass there, shutting your mouth and closing your goddamn eyes and letting him do everything he done to those children. Your ass should be in a box under the jail. And take your goddamn mama with you, because this is not how people live. This is not what happens in a real world to children. So I'm going to always say, Jarvis Butts is not the only one to blame. Annette has to take her bulk of the responsibility, and which is most of it. And Shannon and Marquita is right behind her. Because they knew. They knew. They knew. Shannon and Marquita, y'all played this game far too long. Y'all can't blame not now motherfucker on this earth for you hoes not having your children. Blame your fucking mama. Because she's the cause of it. She's the cause of it. And y'all want sympathy for what? But there's a place for all three of you. And I believe they're making room right now. So y'all may as well get ready. Annette, start practicing wearing braids in your hair. Because stocking caps ain't acceptable. And them ugly ass beat up wigs you're wearing, you could never, not in prison, boo. Ozempic Barney, you may as well get ready too. Marcus, you may as well get ready too. You already dressing like a nigga, bitch. So you may as well get ready. Y'all all knew. Y'all all knew. And even this very day, y'all all know where Naziyah is. So all I'm going to tell y'all is to get ready. Get ready. Because it ain't over and y'all time is truly coming. Naziyah didn't deserve none of this. Not just the Naziyah, but none of these children deserved any of this. And the more we talk about this shit makes you think. It makes you see things more clearer. How they tried to play in our faces for 2 years with this bullshit. But every day we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it because we can. Because we can. And because we love these children. And these children truly matter. We're going to get up out of here tonight, guys. And I'm going to say I thank each and every one of you for pulling up on Moca. Let's leave out of here tonight flooding the chat with hearts on top of hearts on top of hearts for these babies. Justice scales and hearts is going to lead us up out of here tonight. I love each and every one of you all. Thank you all for joining the live stream, supporting the channel by hitting the like button, tapping those emojis, supporting me by sending super chats, super stickers, cash apps. I love you all. We're going to be back here tomorrow doing the same thing. Make sure your notifications are set. And if you don't understand how we got here, go back to the playlist. Moca Unfiltered channel. There's a Naziyah playlist, and it's going to take you from the beginning up until here. These people has been playing in our face. I love you all. God bless you all. And good night.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Moca leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Tapping if you real, we don't fake nothing here. Got a team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. Moca in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Moca leading from the heart, never run. gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love, it's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bellows, the work ain't done. Won't you lead it from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. We rise as one. No the bells, no work ain't done. No leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the Nola Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall. Join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless. Make sure your notifications are set so you know each and every time we go live. Enjoy the rest of your evening. God bless. I'll see you later.